Why are the women oppressed? They are not. But if you understand something, in Islam, a man is supposed to be looking after the women, whom he is the guardian of. The closest male relative is supposed to be providing the basics for the females whom he is the closest to in terms of the Sharia. It's either a husband or an adult son or a father or a brother, if those are non-existent, meaning stage by stage, depending. If one is not there, then it goes to the other. If one has run away from his duty, it goes to the other. It doesn't mean you leave her on the street and so on. So a woman in actual fact does not really need money for anything that is necessity. If she has money, it's token for her own, I would term, luxury. It's just hers. She doesn't actually have to look after someone with that wealth. She doesn't actually have to she's got no duties besides zakat to be paid with that wealth.
Women only get half of a man's inheritance. Islam, the men take care of...
A man dies. He leaves behind one son and one daughter. And he leaves behind 75, let's make it interesting, 75 million Qatari riyals. MashaAllah. Interesting. So the son gets 50 million and the daughter gets 25 million. And this daughter, is the closest relative to the daughter, male relative, is that son, my brother. Because she's not married, her father's just passed away, she doesn't have any other brothers. This is the brother. So now what happens? Islam says, listen sister, that 25 million is yours. You can do what you want with it. And this guy's 25 million, he has to look after his wife and children with it, and he has to. And on top of that, all your basic requirements, he must provide for you. Allahu Akbar. Who has more money?
So the man gets a larger share, but he has to give it to his female siblings, and then to his wife, and then to the rest of his family. I mean, hey, in this kind of scenario, the female siblings might get a better deal.
This guy has to divide his 50 million in 5 people, 10 million each. And that one, 25 million, I'm still sitting with it. And it's mine. Take a look at who got more. But people don't look as deep as that.
But what does this mean? Again, it means that the man has to be the one to give it out. It means that the man is always financially in control and financially controls the women. Let's say sister is doing something a brother doesn't like. You think that money's going to actually go to her now? They don't talk anymore. Maybe in another city, another country. Especially in the modern age, like, it makes absolutely no sense. What structures are there in place to make sure that this is actually a fair deal? The Imam? This locks women to men and to the religion rather than letting them make their own decisions in life. In a secular society, everyone is responsible for themselves and everyone is treated fairly. If perhaps one sibling is less well off than another, then maybe it would make more sense for that sibling to get a larger share of the inheritance. But none of this is dependent on gender.
They find fault in the Quran because the men are not practicing upon that. We run away from our sisters. My sister, what will happen is when my dad dies, I'll try to steal even the 25 million from her.